Mm. So welcome. I know some people are already celebrating Christmas parties and things, and this will be my last one for this year. So I'm off to Wales next week, and yeah, I've got my sister visiting the week after. So Christmas is always a mixed blessing. It's I went to a carol service last night in one of the colleges in Oxford, and it was outside in the quad, and it was the choristers from that college, new college, singing. It was so beautiful, and it was so happy. But as we sang around Bethlehem, there was also such a mixed feeling of we create joy at one sense and such sadness about that region and the fear and the hatred. And Christmas is a bit like that, that as much as it is a really happy occasion for many, it accentuates those who can be quite lonely. And so today I wanted to come back and do something around the heart center, when we can deeply befriend ourselves in both joy and sorrow, in fear and in pain, and actually release the loneliness that often takes a hold of us. So we're going to come into this practice and we're going to do a set for the open heart. And I think we have to do a few kind of good warm-ups, because I know that Christina's not got her heating on. And so we might need to do a bit of warming up. So welcome. So let's go straight into our practice. Opening the heart. Just dropping down into our bodies, dropping our shoulders, softening our faces. It's the beginning of opening our heart, is to let go of our defenses, our fears. Just feeling through the breath into the body. Recognizing how our body stores fear. The body is trying to protect us, but sometimes it sabotages us. Like an autoimmune disease, it goes crazy in trying to protect us, and in the process starts destroying us. Just breathing into it, breathing into the heart center, which holds neutrality, holds love, without prejudice, without fear. It can look an enemy in the eye and hold a position of not being fearful. Recognize in your own body, do a whole body scan of where you're feeling tension. Often you will notice it most in the shoulders and in the belly. Just bring attention to where there is tenseness. Because where there is tension, it can blow into war if it's not dissolved. Bring your hands now into prayer mudra. Just feeling right there at the heart center, between left and right, between the thinking brain and the expanded right brain. Just that place beyond fear, right at the center of our being, where there is love. Letting your breath join in with the central experience of the right at the center of our body, at the heart center. Breathing into the belly, so you're going breathing down beneath the heart center, pushing the belly out. And then releasing the breath. recognizing where we're out of balance as the beginning of feeling in balance. Take a deeper breath in and out, and breathe in to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Breathe in. Suspend the breath in complete stillness. Slightly tighten the root lock at the bottom, at the base of the spine. Hold the energy in and release. So we're going to begin with doing some circles of joy and to warm up. And so the circle of joy, I know I've done it before. We start in prayer mudra, linking our hands, pushing out on the out breath, feeling the stretch, breathing in as our hands go over our heads and our back arches up, and then releasing through open fingers around. It's a whole circle, and the universe is created by these circles. I'm going to play some nice music as we do it to just get into the flow of it. I'm going to do the prayer of love and peace. Two more rounds.
Love to all.
Coming back to the center. But in the end, all that matters is love. And to be grounded in love, we need a really strong center right here at the solar plexus. That's often where we feel tension. It's both in the shoulders and right here. It's a gut feel. So we're going to do a little bit of pumping the belly with the breath of fire, just to warm up a bit in the internal, into the core of our being. Breathing out through the nose. So it's a nose breath. You can do it through the mouth, like blowing candles out. And each time you blow out, you bring your belly in. So it's coordinated with the out breath, and let the in breath come in on its own. Hands in Gyan Mudra. It's like we're using bellows and the fire of our belly. Without that, the heart center collapses. Stay in your body. You're getting highly oxygenated. Dropping your chin down, softening your face. Everything focused in on the belly. Take a breath in. Just hold the breath, tighten the root lock, pulling the energy up the spine, but also bringing it down so it lands right here at the heart center. And release. Just stay with that energy for a moment, with the belly, the need for action. But to act with action when we're angry just sets fire to places. To act with action from the heart center means we act from love. Now, in order to regulate our nervous system, because our automatic animal response is to bite, to fight back, or to retreat, we're going to use a bit of calming breath. So our tongues are going to be out. And we're going to do very long, deep breaths. Breathing out the tension. Notice your body temperature. Notice how your tongue is feeling. You might feel some toxicity on your tongue. Just allow it. You might even feel your tongue dribbling a bit. Stay with your experience in your body as you do this long, deep, powerful breathing through an open mouth with your tongue extended. Really full breath, opening the lungs to their full capacity. And this is counterintuitive to a fight and flight response, where we would be doing rather shallow breathing, panic breathing. It's really long, deep, full breaths. 2 more. And bring your tongue in. And notice what's happening in your body. Be aware of the micro movements in your nervous system and your blood. See if you can hear your heart beating, relaxing right down, but with a straight spine, everything perfectly aligned, preparing the heart center, being supported by the lungs, the belly, dropping down from the head, which will always create stories. Into long breaths. And now begin a soupy grind, circulating the energy we're working with right at the center of the body, around the body, using your breath to guide you. Gently moving the spine, all the fluids and the nerves that are going up and down, all the hormones that are being sent from the brain down to calm us or activate us. Right into the muscles that are supporting us. Everything is involved. When we work from the heart center, everything is included, nothing is excluded. We move from being in a war of one part of our body against another to including everything. And the Sufi grind is a really good movement for that. Feeling into the movement of your whole body. Well, not your legs, but you're being supported by the triangle at the base of the spine. Dropping your shoulders and allowing yourself to be centered through gravity, and yet allowing the top of your torso to move more and more freely, slowly releasing and engaging and using the wisdom that the whole body has to offer us. Make your circle as big as you can. Moving your shoulders, your head, your neck, everything into the dance. And changing direction. We often numb out. We numb out until our body screams and shouts at us. Or we trust anxiety and we act on anxiety and we close up, we tense up. We're now listening to the wisdom of the whole of the body supporting itself. Making your circle really big. And coming back to the center. Sit in absolute stillness, allowing the energy to settle. Soften your face, eyes to the brow point. That we are created in love. With the pattern of love seen through the whole universe in the creative force. Moving the energy now into a spinal flex, rocking back and forth, releasing, using the shoulders and using the neck and the head. So as you reach forward, your head goes up. As you reach back, and slump back so your chin goes down, right down to your chest, allowing yourself to move. Feeling the energy circulating. Welcoming every part that might be in pain, being supportive, and yet releasing and letting it know that it's safe, that you're doing nothing to hurt yourself. You make as big a stretch as you can using your neck and your head, feeling the back of your skull activating the hormones right there in the pituitary gland, releasing just the right amount. And coming back into the center. We're going to go into just 1 minute of doing something that really calms the nervous system. It's using the sound, flapping your tongue on the top of your mouth, la 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 la. And as you do that, you create a vibrationary force that is giving a sense to the rest of your body. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Feel the vibration you're creating. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Last one. La 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 la. We're created by sound and vibration. Our bodies are just a denser form of energy created by the word, which is sound and vibration. Just allowing that vibration to get through to the cellular memory of our bodies. Now, having supported the nervous system, the belly, and the spine, we now come into the heart center. So we're going to tuck our thumbs in and our hands are going to be over like fists. And we're going to roll our hands around the heart center rapidly as you can in big circles. Notice your breath. See if you can do long, deep breathing. So you're nearly doing your breath long and deep, but your hands are circling around the heart center. See if you can become an observer of the energies that are being used. Keep your shoulders down, relaxed. So it's an arm movement, and feeling your fingers, your thumbs, and your fists around them. Keeping your breath long and deep. The heart holds turbulence, and it processes it. And the long breath represents the processing of this turbulence. The heart is where everything goes to be processed. We try to process it the best ways we can, sometimes through anger, it hurts, or through thoughts and stories. We come back to the breath, long, deep belly breaths. "30 seconds to go." And release down. Notice this release, the relax, focusing on the heart center, that place of great neutrality that can process pain much better than the head. Listening to the body. And begin just nice rolly shoulders, just to release any residual tension. Enjoy the movement. Feel the clicks. You might want to do one shoulder and then the other. That kind of creates a slightly different movement. And just experiment with doing it in different ways, but whatever way you're doing it, rolling the shoulders. To release. Because the heart holds, if you look at any great figure, it holds neutrality, a calmness in the face of turbulence. Christ sitting at the bottom of the boat, acting not from fear when the boat was in the storm, but he was sleeping, not acting out of panic. Releasing the shoulders into that and dropping down. Notice what's happening in your body. Notice how the balance and that phrase that perfect love casts out fear. And take some nice deep breaths. Always moving between tension and relaxing. It's the pulse of life, of living in this dense form. So now we're going to go into the next exercise, which is hands are going to be straight out with no bends in the elbows. And we're going to move our arms a bit like, it reminds me of a machine really, up and down between through the body, but we're actually going through the heart center. Let the breath follow itself, keeping the shoulders dropped. arms straight, like pistons that are firing on all cylinders. Just 1 or 2 feet above the heart and below the heart. If you need to take a break, take a break. Notice though, in the physical realm, what we're doing is also being reflected in the other realms, our emotions, our bodies, the spiritual realm. Notice how your breath starts coordinating with the movement. And if you need to release, release it, but otherwise observe the tension in the arms as they go up and down. Do what your body is asking you to do. But sometimes it's good just to observe the pain body and know that it's telling us something, and we've noticed it, but we're not going to hurt it. And release down. Let that release come, working around the heart in every direction. Protecting the heart, for it is our wellspring of joy. Take time just to notice what's happening in your body, in your nervous system, in your shoulders. Always between these opposites is the center, which is the heart. Between tension and relaxation, between left and right between right and wrong is the mediator, which is the heart. Protected by that, the belly, the center of the solar plexus, which protects us. The voice which is projected out, the energies between the shoulders, it's all then centered back in triangles back to the heart. And imagining the light in the heart radiating out, but being protected and not fearful. We're going to go now into the next exercise, which is going to be moving our hands just like castanets, clapping them, our fingers into our palms. And if you can, raise them up slightly above parallel. And so it's a 60-degree angle. And let the breath become sort of a breath of fire. Breathing out as you hit your fingers against your palms. Creating like a magnetic shock above the heart and below the heart. 30 seconds. See if you can surrender to the posture, dropping your shoulders down, keeping your arms straight, focusing on the movement and the breath. Nearly there. Take a breath in. Pull the root lock, pulling the energy up and down. Right, coming back to the heart center, the center of our sun, and releasing. Become more aware of what's happening in your body as we befriend ourselves. We befriend each part of our aging bodies, honor them for as long as we will have them here on earth. We take care of them as best we can. But as for the heart center, when our body is disintegrated, the only thing that is released from us is the energy of love that's passed on. We're now going to do one more exercise, which is a bit strenuous. So our hands are on the floor beside us, and we're going to bump our bums up and down as best we can. If you can't do that, just lift up as much as you can. The full movement would be to be in full lotus and lift up and down your whole body. I can't do that. It feels to me like we're planted our tree, and when you've planted a plant, you root it down by pushing down into the earth, supporting a tree. A tree of mine fell over recently because I hadn't healed it in, so that it wasn't securely planted. And coming back just to sitting, opening the heart right up with our hands clasped behind our necks. And do long, deep breathing, and I'm going to play some music. And enjoy the open heart.
I seek to attain wisdom and peace. I believe I can climb the summit of ease. Thy heart is my goal, home of my soul. I turn to the light inside my own mind. Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. I set out to reach.
Now bring your hand to your heart center, honoring
I see
that
my
love.
side as what is above. My heart is my goal, home of my soul. I follow that line, let my light shine.
And honoring that presence of the light that can never be extinguished. We hold a balance right here at the heart center, protected by all the energies around us, that we may serve with grace and humility and strength. And we close with 3 Satnams. Let's breathe in to begin. Satnam. 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 Breathe in, suspend the breath, and honor that light within, right at the heart center. Satnam.